One of my favorite things to do when I am alone and I don't have people in my face and when I'm sitting in the car is to listen to a podcast. And I can't really watch it because I'm driving if I'm driving, but I love listening to podcasts. And I had put a particular podcast in my watch later on YouTube, and it was called The Den of Kings, and it features Tyler Perry, Young Jeezy, Derrick Hayes of Big Dave's Cheese. I think his name is David or Derrick Hayes of Big Dave's Cheesecake. If you know, have you ever heard of Slutty Vegan? He's married to Pinky from Slutty Vegan, and so we said and Kirk Franklin. So it's Kirk Franklin shows Tyler Perry, Jeezy, and believe his name is Derrick or David Hayes. I got to go back and look. I'm sorry because I'm recording. But either way it goes, I put that in my watch later because first of all, I love listening to Tyler speak. Um, Tyler Perry, I've worked with him twice as an extra on Why Did I Get Married To? And I could do better all by myself. So I have been in Tyler's vicinity, and he is a really nice person. He works very quickly. So a lot of times people always say, talk about the quality of his movies, but he shoots movies way quicker than others because of budgets. We don't being the color that we are in this colonized world, we don't get the same privileges as other people on other networks. So anyway, that's another story for another day. But I was watching it because I saw clips online and I was like, okay, I want to hear what they have to say. And the clips that I saw were very intriguing. I'm always trying to listen, watch to learn. Being a teacher, and I'm a natural teacher, I couldn't run away from it. 10 years I worked in corporate America. I've been a real estate agent prior to teaching, and I still am. But I worked, but I couldn't run away from that gift that was given to me through my bloodline because I come from a history of preachers and teachers and nurses, caregivers. Hallelujah. And in order to take care of others, you have to take care of yourself. And so to listen to this, I think it's called Den of Kings, and go watch it on YouTube. Kirk Franklin has a podcast just like everybody else, right? But and to see four black men and that people recognize, to be, he had of course Kirk is a gospel um songwriter, and he doesn't sing, but he makes money from songs, right? And he's very, people know who he is, and he has wonderful music. And we know who Tyler Perry is, billionaire. He gave a lot of black people opportunities. And we know Jeezy is a self-made rapper. And then of course we have Mr. Haynes, who is Big Dave's Cheesecakes. And if you've been to one, he's actually has franchises all over now, but he started, I think he said he started in Philly, then he brought it down to Atlanta. But either way it goes, and I love those cheesesteaks. I've been there before. But I wanted to say that seeing those four men come together and give each other advice was powerful. Because number one, you had Kirk. I think Kirk Franklin is in his 50s. I want to say Tyler Perry's in his 50s. I want to say Jeezy might be in his 40s. And Mr. Haynes is in he's 38. He had said he just turned 38 that day. So it was kind of like a little, celebration. And I said, that is one of the most powerful things that we need and have in our community. Those people who different levels of intelligence, different levels of success, different age groups sharing knowledge. We were, hallelujah, thank God we live in the information age. I think that's the great equalizer is the internet for quote unquote black people. And I say quote unquote because we've been called Negro, we've been called black, we've been called Native American, we've been called indigenous. We've so many things, and people especially who are descendants of slaves, y'all feel me? But what I want to say to you is this. We're in 2025. A lot of people don't like the political climate in America. And we haven't had a lot of time where we did, right? Let's be clear. We had our pockets, right? Um, the truth be told, AI is replacing a lot of jobs. But the beauty, and this is what God wanted me to tell you, the beauty of the situation is we're going back to I want to say some of us will need to go back to basics, and some of us are going to have to lean more on our network for elevation. What do I mean? God is telling us that, hey, we can't follow the colonizers program. We gotta. They've been following us anyway. They've been stealing from us, taking from us, and now we have to sit there and support each other and figure out how we're gonna come out, because we always do. We always come out ahead, right? And so when I was watching that, God was saying, yes, this thing may be closing. A lot of businesses, people are being laid off. Yes, AI is going to take over a lot of things. However, you all are the creators. Hallelujah. You all are the ones who are always innovating. Our people are always following you all over the world. They've stolen a lot of things that we've done. American culture, right? K-pop. Just it's so many things I could talk about, right? But we are always going to be the innovators. We are. And some people are not going to like what I have to say, but I'm going to say it. If we start thinking together and thinking more positively about how to navigate this world and carve our own path outside of the colonizers, we are successful. But first things we got to do, we got to stick together and we got to organize. That's what I heard in my spirit. More than anything, I was like seeing that unity of those four different black men and seeing how they're sharing knowledge and trying to create generational wealth and having a team of people who look like us that can get us where we need to be. But a lot of it does start with education. First of all, you got to educate yourself on the things that you don't know, because the more you know, the more you learn that you don't know. That's all I wanted to say this morning. I am headed to work early. Thank God. I was going to go to the gym, but I said, you know what? I could go to the gym after work. I'm going to get my steps in regardless. I'm going to do what I need to do in order to get my mind, body, spirit right. This is your girl, Shanika Bridges Matthew with Shackles Off TV. And I help you take the shackles off your mind, body, and spirit while helping myself do the same. You have a wonderful day. Please like, comment, and subscribe.